You know, it's so easy to, well, let me put it this way. It's so hard sometimes to walk by faith. You know, the hardest time for me is when I get up in the morning and I look in the mirror. You know, I look there and say, good grief, Lord, what is this? I mean, I can't believe it that you do this to me. You give me hair like a Brillo pad, man. Have you ever walked down the concourse at one of the shopping centers or in the halls at school or somewhere on the campus and just seen somebody and said, oh, wow, they are so tough looking. Oh, I wish if I only had a nose like they did. You ever done that before, you know? Just seen somebody else and tried to, boy, if I only had their hair or their feet, you know, I can't believe it. One of my biggest things, I used to walk around and say, boy, if I was only as tall as that guy. I used to feel like God kind of ripped me off or something, you know, because I was so short. And I thought, boy, this is unfair. I can't believe it, you know. I grew up through high school, and when I started high school, I started looking at my friends in the face and talking to them. When I graduated, I was talking to stomachs. But all my life, I've had this big thing about, you know, God made me short and he ripped me off or something, you know. And every time I saw a tall person, I'd get real mad. One time I was in church and I saw this really tall guy. He must have been 6'4". And I couldn't believe it. I got so mad. I didn't like the guy. And I decided that after church I was going to get up and I was going to get real nasty with the guy. So I kind of, you know, walked up next to the guy, looked way up there, and I said, hey, how's it feel to be a tree? And he looked down at me and said, how's it feel to be a stump? But you know, I think that a lot of times we go through our lives trying to wish we were like the other guy, trying to wish we could say the right prayer, or we could have the right type of hairdo. And we pressure ourselves. Sometimes I find that within the body of Christ there's so much, you know, competition to try to outdo each other, to see who can be the most spiritual. I felt it when I was in that prayer meeting. You know, we sometimes run ourselves parallel with the world and what's going on there. And sometimes we go out and we try to do incredible things for the Lord just so He'll love us. And then sometimes we get so busy doing things. We're so much rushing around, joining meetings and going to prayer groups and the Bible studies, and our life becomes Christianity. And it becomes church. And we still love the Lord, but it's been lost somewhere. Because somehow religion seeps in.